This is Manoj here from Market Ideas for Profit, and what I'm doing here is trying to give you a brief explanation as to how I would check a chart and see what lies in store for me in the days coming ahead, or what has been the performance of that chart or of that stock in the particular period in the last few weeks. So I would typically use a tool, and I would like to explain to you what kind of a tool I would use and how I would read the markets. So this is the chart, and I would let's assess Nifty for the current situation. We are on the 28th of July, which is nearing the end of July, and we are trying to assess what happened in July and what should we expect for the Nifty in the coming months going forward. So what I see here is I will try to remove all the data on my existing charts so that it makes it easier for you to assess how I'm going to be able to assess it. And I make a few markings on my charts, so you will see a few things. So what essentially I'm using here, this is a tool that gives me these markings, and this is a tool that is available on TradingView with I think the middle version. You will need a paid account to get this activated. Let's see what is the account that you require. So if you go to your side menu bar and you look for tools, you let us look at the indicators panel, and we look at the indicators, and these are the favorites that I have, and the one that we are talking about right now is the volume profile, visible volume profile, but this is the one with the session volume profile, and we have the periodic volume profile. This is the one that you need to use, guys, periodic volume profile. So I have it set here as my favorites. So if you see here, this is the tool. If I put this on blind, this is what the chart looks like, and we will, for the sake of taking this study, we will go on a 30-minute chart to make it easier for us to get a better plot. And the moment I put this on live, this is the picture that I see here. Now what essentially is happening is that we are using the volume profile indicator, and we are giving it a setting. Let's go to the settings menu here, and we are giving it a setting to give us a accumulated period of 1 week as the one that we need to study. The rest of the changes can remain the same. We can extend the POC to right, and I think that's good enough. So what you see here is the first week of July, the second week of July, the third week of July, and the fourth week of July, illustrated by using the volume profile and separated as a period divided by 5 days of the week in the trading that we've been seeing. So now if you see, this yellow line here is the point of control for that particular week. So this is week 1, this is week 2, this is week 3, and this is week 4. So what we're seeing is that in the month of July, we started lower, we went up higher. On the third week, we were at the highest point of the trade in the month of July, and subsequently in the last week, we have retraced a bit, and now we are somewhere in between the second week and the fourth week. So if you take a month-on-month view, we are doing better than what we started at, but in the middle of the week, in the middle of the third week, or by the end of the third week, we were somewhere at the highest points, and then we have retraced a little bit in the last week. So this will give me a fair idea of what the stock is doing in the week, from week to week. And if you see these two blue lines on the top and the bottom in every week, these are the value area highs and the value area lows, and this is the point of control. So if you see that we did go down in the last week, but we took support somewhere near the value area high of the second week, and that's where we found that we had a base. We had some base building here, and at this point, and this is where you see above this point, actually, if you see there's a high value node here, and this is where we formed our base for the current week. So we are somewhere range bound in the last 2 weeks of trade for the month of July, and this is my assessment for the Nifty. Now let's go to Bank Nifty, and let's see how Bank Nifty is slotted for the current week. So let's go to Nifty Bank and let's see what data the Bank Nifty gives us. So here you see what Bank Nifty gives us. We opened higher, we cruised a little lower in the second week, we got back higher than the first week also in the third week, and then in the fourth week we have been range bound, and we have taken support at the value area low of the third week. So we are range bound, and we can expect the trade to be within this boundary, within these two boundaries. And I will draw a circle. What we can do is we can make a composite profile of the last 2 weeks to assess what's going to happen in how to work out our trades and our direction in the coming week of the first week of August. So I will draw this, and I will conclude that this is the fair value of trading in the current 2 weeks, last 2 weeks of July, and we are somewhere right at the bottom. So it would be a good trade to expect the market to take us to the value area high, and that would be my first target. My first target actually would be the point of control as I go higher. This will be my point of control, so that would be my first target for the week as I go long, and the second target would be the top of the value area high. These are the two targets that I will trade with for this current week. Unless we lose out on the top boundary and the bottom boundary of the last 2 weeks aggregated point of control, or the aggregated value area high and value area low, I'm not going to go short and look for short trades. I will remain range bound as long as I'm within the confines of this box, and will decide to go short if I see a break of the value area low, and decide to go long in a bullish, in an aggressive way if I see a break of value area high. This is how I would read the markets for the month of August using the volume profile and the periodic volume profile indicator on the on the TradingView platform. I hope this video helps you to find your trend and your bias for the next week based on using this tool and giving you an idea as to where you are with the market structure in the current scheme of things. Thank you.